Hello everyone, this is Ashna here. Welcome to another podcast with me. Today we'll be talking about legal studies. What is it that is drawing the entire professional world and people well established in their business community to take up legal studies? Why parents are thinking of legal studies as their best bet for their children to follow? Let's find out from the man himself. Today I have on board with me Anand Prakash Mishra. Anand is a part of my professional network. He's based in Haryana, India. Anand is the admissions director for O.P.Jindal Global Law University. He's also the assistant dean for Jindal Law School. Welcome on board, Anand. Hello, Anand. How are you doing?
Great. It's all good. And I wish
Pleasure.
you and your family and the audience also, whoever is watching, all are safe and at home. It's difficult times for the country and the society and people. So, we can only hope and pray that everybody is safe in these times. And thank you very much for having me on this session, this chat. And I'm very happy to interact with you and take your questions.
Thank you so much. Pleasure is all ours, and thanks for your best wishes, Anand. So let's start this conversation. Anand, we see that a lot has changed in past few months. The entire scenario, professional world has changed a big deal. People are starting questioning what is the way forward, what are the options that are going to give them a secure future. But I see in this entire gambit, law, legal studies has taken a forefront. There are business professionals, there are established businessmen today, and also students, they are looking at legal studies as their best bet going forward. What would you like to say on that?
Absolutely. Law as a career has come in a big way. It has come to the center stage in our country today. So in the last 20 years, what I can tell you, it's a sea change in the profession, and particularly in the legal education system, due to the emergence of 5-year law program, the national law university system, and a lot of great private law schools which came up. And now even some of the central and state universities are also having great law departments. So legal education as well as profession has seen a significant rise in last 20 years. And there are multiple, but I must say that the 5-year undergraduate program in law today, the integrated BA LLB honors or BBA LLB honors degree offered in the leading law schools like us at Jindal Global Law School, for example, or at some of the national law universities, could be the finest higher education option available to students after school.
Right. Great. I think this is important for all of us to know that this is definitely the way forward. This is one education that really helps you upgrade yourself and stay in the market. What would you like to add for the professionals who are running after legal studies these days? Are there options available, and why would you want them to do it? They already have a professional qualification with them. They have established businesses. Why would you let them consider this option?
Today, LLB degree for professionals, they will prefer a 3-year law degree. We are the only country where we both have an entry after class 12 for 5-year law degree, and also the 3-year LLB degree after a graduation degree. So any BA, BSc, BCom, BTech, MBBS, B Pharma, any graduate can study the 3-year LLB program. And that's very unique. That gives an opportunity to the school leaving students also to pursue 5-year law, as well as the college leaving students and professionals to pursue the 3-year LLB. Now for professionals who are, say, an MBA or an engineer or in different professions, if they want to study law, today law is a full-time taught program. Unlike previous years, when Bar Council of India, the regulatory body, allowed evening classes For example, in Delhi University, when I was a LLB student in the year 2000 and till 2005, I was there on campus. We had an
Wow.
evening section in Law Center 1 and Law Center 2, where students came and attended classes during 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. in the evening.
Wow.
And a lot of working people had that opportunity. Today, Bar Council of India doesn't allow evening classes in law. And also, there is absolutely no way a person can study LLB through distance learning or correspondence or online mode. So it has to be a full-time taught campus program, a classroom program. So in this case, the professionals who want to upgrade their qualification in law, I have seen in my law school, at Jindal Global Law School, we have received graduates with say 2 to 5 years of work experience. And those who have worked in prestigious organizations like EY, the Ernst & Young or PwC, or many other consulting companies and corporations, and they take a break to study law and empower themselves with an LLB degree and go back to the industry armed with the legal qualification.
Wow.
But there are options which people can pursue, like the distance learning program at National Law School of India, University, Bangalore. They have a Master of Business Law program open to any graduate. So anybody can study law through distance learning or through correspondence mode, but not an LLB degree. One cannot become an advocate, cannot practice law using that qualification.
Yeah, great. I think that's a great input for all the professionals who want to pursue this. You have an option available at the National School in Bangalore. You can definitely pursue this online course and, upgrade your profiles there. That's important. I think that's quite interesting to know. Anand, also tell us, what do you think about corporate lawyers? Today, corporate law has really come as a big boom and everybody's talking about it. There are many people, many students who are moving towards corporate law, professionals moving towards corporate law, litigation and all, what is the difference? Are they seeing litigation as a threat to their lives, a peace of mind, or maybe corporate law is more power, more money? What is it? What is this all about?
Corporate law has always been a preferred area of practice. It's not today. But since economic liberalization, since I will say 1991, and in last 20, 30 years, the need for corporate lawyers for a lot of transactional work, as well as corporate litigation, has increased manifold. So today we have law firms like say Cyril Amarchand or Shardul Amarchand or Khetan and Company, or even Nishit Desai Associates or ELP, having more than 100 or 200 or 500 lawyers working in one firm. And we have large law firms today. Corporate law as an area of practice in law has also developed in a big way because of newer areas have emerged. So for example, securities law has come up in a big way. Intellectual property rights, which used to be a small area of practice till the year 2000. I hardly remember there were 4 or 5 law firms in the whole country working in IP. And they were mainly based in Delhi and Mumbai, and maybe one in Chennai. There was a Depending in Chennai, and DP Ahuja and Company in Kolkata. And of course, Anand and Remfree and Sagar, they were in Delhi. There are only 4 or 5 law firms in intellectual property law. Today, we have more than 200 law firms. In the last 20 years, they have come up, which are mainly practicing IP. So, likewise, many other areas of corporate law have evolved and developed. For example, competition law has evolved. There was no competition law practice till the year 2000. The law came in 2002, the Competition Act. Today, almost every law firm is having a special team of lawyers working in competition law. Similarly, cyber law, sports law, a
Yes.
lot of newer areas are emerging, which were never there.
Right.
Technology and law, pharma industry and related laws, food law, law is everywhere. So even environmental law, which is now come up as a new area of practice, and many law firms are now having environmental lawyers, which was never there in past.
Right.
So corporate law as a career option is going to remain a premier and preferred choice, but that in no way reduces the importance of courtroom practice and litigation in civil and criminal matters, and that actually constitutes the larger chunk of legal practice and legal industry. And of course, judiciary, we are a vast country, and we have some 16,000 judges in the lower judiciary, and then we have another 600-700 judges in higher judiciary, in high courts and the Supreme Court. And our country, with a pendency of more than 3 crore cases in Indian courts, need to substantially augment its judiciary size. So for young law graduates, Indian judiciary and judicial services is going to be one of the preferred choice for young people who want to be on the other side in the court and administer justice by becoming judicial officers and judges and magistrates and serve the country and society. So the beauty of law is it's so diverse. It gives an opportunity to every person, whatever is your career aspiration. Law and legal qualification and education has that ability to empower you to pursue that. So even if you want to become an academic or a professor like us, or want to get into research or social work, or some of the largest NGOs in the world are set up by lawyers. Transparency International, for example, and most of the human rights NGOs in India. So most of the human rights, child rights, women rights, minority rights, most of the work is done by lawyers.
Law, yeah.
And that gives a large canvas for any young law student who graduates from a law school.
Right. I think that's very well said, Anand. It gives us a large canvas to work on. I mean, it opens so many plethora of options for you. You can get into NGOs, you can get into it. Corporate law itself is so huge, and everything is run within the law framework. I think that is wonderful information for everybody to make use of. You can explore your options there, plethora of options given, and it is, it just upgrade you and take your life forward. Of course, that's wonderful. Great, Anand. You're a lawyer yourself. You're a professor. So, tell our viewers, other than, when people are pursuing law, is maybe doing, company secretary or maybe doing CA also adds up to your profile, or just being a corporate lawyer in itself, takes you way higher?
I receive a lot of queries like that because as director of law admissions of our university, a lot of students and parents meet me and ask questions about pursuing a chartered accountancy or company secretary or cost accountancy, or those professional qualifications which do not require a campus residence or classroom requirement, which can be earned through distance learning. And I feel good law school itself is so rigorous, and the law program, typically say a 5-year law program or a 3-year LLB program at our law school in Jindal, students study minimum 5 to 8 courses in a semester. And in 5 years' time, they end up studying 60 to 80 courses. And it gives very little time, and there is a lot of academic rigor. The classes start at 8 a.m. in the morning, and it goes on till 4 p.m. for the core courses, and then electives are open from 4 p.m. till 9 or 10 p.m. in the evening. So,
Wow.
I mean, it gives very little time. But at the same time, we as a university and many other law schools have no bar on pursuing a CA or CS or ICWA degree along with a study of law. And many students also do that. And particularly the company secretaryship qualification, I have found a lot of students pursuing CS, those who are having corporate law ambition. Because
Right.
one of the main reason I find is a lot of overlap what they study in their LLB degree. A lot of courses and examinations in company secretaryship are similar to that. 60% of company secretary program is law, and the remaining 40% is accounting or management and other subjects. So law graduates are certainly more likely to succeed in company secretary exams. So if someone wants to pursue, there is no bar, but few universities like University of Delhi put a specific bar on not pursuing any distance learning program or CA/CS degree along with LLB degree. So if you are doing an LLB at Delhi University at Campus Law Center or Law Center 1 or 2 in the Faculty of Law, you cannot pursue that because it's barred by the university itself. So a student has to see the regulations of their own university before taking up this decision. But I strongly believe if law degree is pursued well and the law school is good, the faculty members and the academic resources are in place, I think law degree itself is sufficient to take you places. And in corporate law field, most of the corporate lawyers you'll find, they are mostly, having the LLB degree or maybe an LLM also from a good university. So, but certainly if there is someone earns a company secretaryship qualification along with LLB degree, it will always add value and it will be considered as a good thing for those who want to pursue corporate law.
Right. Absolutely right. Wonderful information shared with us, Anand. Thank you so much for this. And I feel now that a lot of things are going online. Like I heard the other day, I was reading your article on LSAT going online, I think, which is a wonderful news for people today, because with the kind of restrictions and today the current scenario is changing where people are finding difficulty to reach their colleges considering the lockdown and the COVID-19 situation. I think LSAT going online would also be quite a boost to a lot of people to make an attempt there. And so how is your college, how is your university preparing for this?
LSAT is one of the entrance exams in our country. And we decided to go online mainly because of the current situation. But now I realize, and even we have written in that article also, my Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. C. Rajkumar, is also a co-author and a strong promoter of online education and legal education in the country. He is the founding Vice Chancellor. He started the law school and the university in the first place. So online education is going to stay. And in the entrance exam field, I feel the online format could be even preferred over the traditional paper pencil test in the long run. Not just from environmental point of view, where we should not waste a lot of paper by printing, thousands and thousands pages of answer scripts and question papers and administering it in classrooms with thousands of students, assembling at one place, which is actually harmful in today's situation, but also because of efficiency, because of least involvement of human element. There is very little chance of, I should say, cheating and unfair practices in the exam. Proctoring by computer itself, proctoring, what we call remote proctoring, could work better than even human invigilation. And in the long run, I feel most of our exams are going to be online. Recently, our law school has also, for the first time, started an online LLM program, which
Wow.
will become the first online LLM program in India. But it's absolutely a classroom taught program. The academic credits, the number of hours of teaching,
Yeah.
classes, everything is absolutely same. So there is
Great.
no compromise with the quality of education or standards,
Wow. Wow.
but the classroom is on the web. The classroom is in
Wow.
your
Yeah.
computer, in your phone, in your laptop.
Wow. Wow.
And you have to attend classes because there is a strict attendance requirement. You have to
Yeah.
write your assignments, you have to write your exams. The only
Yeah.
difference is everything will be done online. So we are taking that initiative to start our one year LM program in fully online mode this year. And also few other programs in the university will come up in the online mode.
Okay.
So in the last, this is our 11th year of O.P.Jindal Global
Wow.
University. And for the first time, we are considering programs outside the campus because we always had our residential campus programs and we never offered any distance learning or correspondence or online courses in past. So even now, we will never offer a distance learning or correspondence kind of programs. But
Yeah.
wherever there is a classroom teaching is possible in the same manner
Yeah.
without compromising with the standards and quality of education, we will explore.
Wow.
So
I think
that
that's a
is
good news.
an opportunity for law graduates to pursue that program because LLM cannot be pursued by those who are not having an LLB.
Right, right. I think that's a very good news. You can now grasp the best of educational techniques being used by this university. Now LLM is going online. I think this is wonderful. And also with the exams going, LSAT exams going online, you still have that luxury of giving the exam at the comfort of your home and avail the best of education. And I think this is really wonderful. I think thanks a lot, Anand, for coming on board and speaking to our viewers. You've given a lot of information, a lot of valid information, wonderful bag of knowledge shared by you. And I'm sure many and millions will benefit out of this information with everything going online in the kind of quality education we can expect the future people can see in legal studies. I think you've given a very in-depth knowledge to everybody around here. Thank you so much, Anand. Thanks for coming on board, and we'll stay connected and we'll keep having you over again and again to keep discussing about more options available now that you're also going online with LLM and there are other courses in the pipeline for people to pursue. Then I'm sure more and more people would want to know from you the intricacies. Thank you so much. Have a great future ahead and wishing you all the very best.
Thank you, Archana. Thank you so much for having me and organizing this session. Thank you.
Pleasure is all ours. Thank you. Thanks a lot. So I think that was a wow conversation with Anand Prakash Mishra, a professor, a lawyer himself. I think he has given us a very in-depth perspective of what legal studies can do for us. Corporate law is the future. He's spoken about, yes, professionals can upgrade themselves, business people can upgrade themselves, and of course, it is going to be the best bet for students who just moved out of school. He's talking about arbitration, he's talking about law and entertainment laws, he's talking about property laws, he's talking about solvency laws, he's talking about bankruptcy laws, he's talking about media laws. There's so many things. I mean, how can you govern a country without the law? So you need law in every sector. This is one area that never goes bankrupt. You will always have enough cash flow running into your family income. I think this is one important area we can consider. It is a wonderful option to think about it, and it's a good news that we have LLM going online now. We have LSAT exams going online now. We have master's program run by the National School of Bangalore. We have part-time certificate courses running now. So I think that in total is a very good news. Of course, we have residential universities like O.P.Jindal Global Universities giving degree courses. I think it is one area one can focus, and there is no harm in upgrading your profile. If this is something that gives a leverage to your professional portfolio, I think this is the way forward. I wish you all the best. Make the best use of the information available in this interview. Have a great week ahead and stay tuned for more.